right, everybody, thanks for joining us here. Purpose of this masterclass today is to talk through BakeSmart Online, how the store works, how to add products to the store. I'm just going to show a quick demo of expanding the store. So we've already got a demo store set up. I'm going to show a quick demo of expanding that store, adding a category, and then catalog items within that category that are linked to BakeSmart products, and then how to sell those. Okay. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen here. This one. Everybody can see my screen?
Yep.
We're good there? Where'd everybody go? They're all over here. Hey, look at me, looking at you, looking at me. There we go. All right. We can all still see this over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Just straighten some things up here. All right. So this is our BakeSmart Online store. We actually refer to as Crosstown Bakery, which has no real meaning, which is great for a demo bakery. So we've got categories that exist down here, right? People can click on these categories and reveal either subcategories below that or actual catalog items that are linked to products, right? So as you can see, these are what our current offerings are. What I want to do as the bakery owner right now is to start to sell merchandise online, right? So I want to add a merchandise subcategory, or I'm sorry, category, and then products within that category, or catalog items within that category that are linked to products that I'm going to sell. Okay, so to do so in BakeSmart, I'm going to log in. I'm going to go to my product list. I'm going to search for merch. That's March. Right. So the items I want to sell here are a black t-shirt, a white t-shirt, a trucker hat, and a coffee mug. Right. So I'm just going to tag these. We should all know these tag functions by now and come to love them, right? Everybody loves the tag functions if they do. All right, action. We're going to create catalog items. So now we're over in the catalog list, right? We've created these items that we can then upload. So if we go and look at the coffee mug, right, it's linked to the product that we just tagged. We're going to include this online, and then we're going to add a photo here. Oh boy, where did that go? Is it this one? No, is it this one? It is. All right, so it's got a photo. And then for the t-shirt, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add this photo. For this one though, it's only showing up in large, right? So I want to add the small, medium, and extra large as well, right? I want all these sizes available to the customer. So it's the same design style, but different available sizes, right? Yes, typing is off today. Small, medium, extra large, right? So I've added all of these sizes now. I'm going to do the same for the white t-shirt. Add the image. Add the sizes. Small, medium, extra large. Included online. So if we go look at this list, and then the trucker hat, I didn't add the image for that. So we're going to include the trucker hat online. Add a photo. There we go. One thing I am going to do, because we've only got 4 items, it doesn't make sense to go from merchandise into foodware to get coffee mug, or merchandise into apparel to get to the things. We're just going to show these 4 items, right? So I'm going to edit the subcategories. I'm going to remove those. And then I'm actually going to get rid of the size on the name here, because they're going to make that determination once they select the product, right? So I've got my catalog items set up. Is everyone good so far on what I've done? I've taken products. I've created catalog items. I've grouped liked items together, white t-shirt, black t-shirts in various sizes. Yeah. and then I remove the subcategory from it because we're not going to do that, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go home and I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to enable the merchandise subcategory, category, and I'm going to upload that to BakeSmart Online. Okay, so I go home, go to the menu, settings, online setup. This is all being recorded. And then I'm going to go to categories, scroll down here under merchandise. I'm going to include this online. I'll add a photo. Let's do the t-shirt. I think that works, right? And then we're going to upload that to BakeSmart Online. Then when this finishes, I'm going to go back to the catalog and I'm going to upload those merchandise catalog items that we added, and we should see it. In fact, when this is done, I'm going to reload this page so we can see that the merchandise category now appears here. Any questions so far? Happy to chat. Got a nice little intimate group here.
Does you create the catalog? Okay, you got your product list, you create the catalog, then you turn around and go and do the online, and of course you put photos for each of the category items. Then you did photos for the online items. So my question is, do your catalog items serve any other function other than being staged for your online site?
Not really. Now, we can, there's a function that allows you to adjust how the POS appears, and you can do it from a catalog perspective versus a product perspective, but I find that to be really confusing. And not so helpful. So we do actually have a catalog screen in the POS, but I believe the total number of customers that use that is 0.
Big number. So,
yeah.
So I was just
it's a real big number for the amount of work we put into it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out why we were loading. You know, we did pictures for the items, we did it for the online, so that doesn't carry through. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out the association of the photos for each of these items.
You're saying you loaded the photos onto your products?
No, you just did photos for each catalog item.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Then whenever you went to do the online, you turn around and uploaded photo again, correct?
No, just the one time.
Just the one time. Oh, for the category.
Correct.
Yes, I added an image for the category. Right.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got it now.
No, you're good. All right. I forgot to check this for include online. All right, so then we're looking at.
Can I make one quick interjection here?
Yeah.
When you're going into if you click on an actual item here, like the t-shirt black, and you go to online setup.
Yes.
I only know this if you edit, and you want to make sure that you hit taxable when purchased online, because otherwise it will not carry the tax over for that product online. I've made that mistake before as a business owner, a bakery owner, and was selling during a holiday online without collecting tax. So you just want to make sure that you're clicking that. It's an important click when you're putting things online. Just a side note, no problem.
And everyone, this is Shelly. We've all talked to you a lot. This is our new associate, Shelly Slowey. She's formerly from Love and Oven Cakery. Family-run business for many years. They recently exited that bakery, and she, lucky for us, decided to come work with us. So we've been having a lot of fun building community, coming up with fresh ideas, and just working to grow BakeSmart with her. So sorry, I should have done some intros. Obviously, I think we all know Jared. My partner here. Yeah. Okay. 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 Cool. Sorry, that was rude of me. It was rude of me in this virtual room to not, do the hellos. I'm sorry. Okay. So now that we're charging tax, we're going to upload all of this to BakeSmart, right? So we can see in the background here we've got this merchandise category that appears here. If we click on that, we'll probably see these loading in real time. There you go. The candles and the apron were already there. Oh, I guess the coffee mug was too, but we've got a better coffee mug now, so I can probably remove that. And then we'll see the t-shirts slowly add here, and then the hat as things progress. Where'd you guys go? There you are. So then if we, if we click into t-shirt black here, then we'll see, we have the various sizes available here, right? So they can make their different selections. And this is going to tell you when that order is downloaded, what size you actually need to use to fill your order with, right? Is everybody good on that? Is that good?
So what's making it say that the black shirt cannot be shipped? Like, why does it say that?
So it's because we haven't checked it'll say that for every product because we haven't checked it as shippable.
Okay.
You've got to tell the product that it's shippable.
Okay.
All right. I was gonna add some cakes to this. Would we like to
Mike,
see
can
how that
you-
works?
Can I intercept? Can you
Yeah.
show them where to mark an item that is shippable? Because
Oh.
I know that's a big thing people are looking to launch.
Yeah. So here, if I go back to the t-shirts, it's under the product, right? So individual products are shippable, not a catalog item, but the product is. It's under availability, and then shipping info down here. We mark it as shippable, and then we're prompted to perhaps put it in a particular box. I guess we go in envelope, but and then assign a weight to it. And we use that for calculating shipping rates. If you have shipping enabled online, we're going to use these values to help determine to go get quotes on shipping rates from your preferred shipping vendor.
Yep.
Does that all make sense?
Yep. And I'm just going to jump in if I think of something
Great.
that would be valuable to share. Seasonal dates is also a really powerful feature to use for holiday specific. So, bakeries are very holiday run, and in Christmas, let's say you have a huge, or Thanksgiving, better example, a huge pie business. And maybe there's specific flavors of pies. I know at Love and Oven, we used to only sell like a mincemeat pie during certain months of the year. But a pecan pie, we might sell year round. So we would actually go into the mincemeat and say, okay, for a mincemeat pie, I want to keep it online. So as customers are shopping my bakery online store, they see that we offer mincemeat pie, but they can't order it unless it's in the month of October, November, and December, which is when we're comfortable making mincemeat pies. So you can set it and forget it, but it's always there. So you have that marketing always when your customers are regularly shopping your store. So that seasonal date thing is really powerful.
So does the customer see the dates, or are they just see that it's there and they're having problems clicking it?
Yeah, here, let me save these changes, and then I'm going to re-upload this and show you what it looks like.
Yeah, but it's similar to where it says can't be shipped. It'll say
Okay.
t-shirt is available from date to date.
Yeah.
So this is your seasonal, and then this is your shipping.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is interesting because that's a product setting that's applying to the entire catalog. So we'll need to look at that. I don't know if somebody wants to make a note on that one.
Yeah.
Show your Jared.
I
Okay.
will. Yep.
We will circle back on that. So that's adding a category, adding products. It's there. It's ready. These are ready to be, add to cart, check on out. Are we good to do some cakes real quick? Okay, so in here right now, all we've got are, we do have a cakes category. Oh, we do have a few, excuse me. These are not actually in my copy here. They're kind of orphaned online because it's demo. It's the Wild West out here in Crosstown Bakery. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create some cakes. Well, here, let me create the categories first. So I'm gonna go home and then to settings and then to online setup. And then under categories of cakes, which are available online, yes. I'm gonna add deco cakes, right? We're gonna include it online. I'm gonna add a photo. Oh no, it's gonna give away this time. Start that. We're gonna upload that to BakeSmart Online. Again, this is gonna take a minute. But then we will.
Any other areas of concern besides underneath this
This thing specifically, let
upstairs
me see how to
in
mute
the
this.
back?
Um,
I was actually asking the lady about.
I got you. I was surprised there. That sounded a little further south to me. I thought that was someone talking to you, Alan. I thought that was a down south voice there. All right, so we've got that there. So I came up with some really creative ideas here for a catalog. We're going to do some round cakes. They're going to be Indiana themed. So we're going to do basketball. Oh, ooh, that's some muscle memory right there. Basketball cake. It's going to go under cakes and our deco cakes that we just added. And this is what it looks like. So it's all going to be round, right? So we're just going to do round cakes with this one. Stole that picture off the internet. I borrowed it from the internet. I'll give it back later. So we're going to include online. And then for sizes, I'm going to use our round cakes. Now we've set up cakes in the cake matrix here. Without going too far in the weeds, I was going to do an 8-inch round, a 10-inch round, and a 12-inch round. Right. So these are the sizes for that. And then I was going to go ahead and clear basketball cake. I'm going to duplicate this, see if I can save any time setting it up. So it brings those sizes over so I don't have to re-enter them. Instead of basketball, this is going to be a racing cake due to the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indianapolis 500. Fun cake there. Thank you, Google. Include online. Customer can select flavor, filling, and icing. I probably should have done that for the basketball cake as well. And then one more. We have just announced Farm Aid is coming back, and we're real excited for that. John, rack Farm Aid cake. So Neil Young and John Cougar Mellencamp and Willie Nelson will be gracing the stage at Deer Creek this fall.
Ooh, next fall.
Very
Good.
excited.
Good to know.
This fall, this September. Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. I was like, man, should I get my daughter Farm Aid tickets for her birthday? Because I really want to go. And then I was like, oh God, don't do that. Don't do that, Mike. So we've got this, right? And then, so we just do deco, take our 3 cakes, action, upload to BakeSmart Online. I didn't tax them.
You didn't text them, and you also, here, can you go open one and I'll talk through things I think are important.
I gotta, well, let me see. I'm not sure if I can do that while it's uploading here.
So just so it's clear, I don't know how many, Terry, I don't think you guys sell your cakes online yet, do you? No, you do not. Christine, do you guys?
mm-mm.
Okay. So one thing to think, and I think Alan, you're working on getting that
Yeah,
going, right?
trying to get there.
Okay. So one thing you'll want to think through while you sell cakes online is that they are design driven. So you create the catalog item based on the design of the cake. Okay, which is kind of counterintuitive than how you sell cakes in your store, where you're first starting with size, flavor, filling, all of that, and then you get to design as like an afterthought. Online, you start with the design. That is the catalog item. So you're not linking it to a product like you would a donut or a t-shirt, like Mike showed the example of. So you want to make sure that you have pictures, obviously, right? Because it's designed first. So you want to make sure that you're starting to grab nice pictures of the cakes. You're creating the catalog based on the design, and then you're adding what you would like customizable about that cake. So some cakes, there'll be different things that you want the customer to customize. You'll probably always want them to choose the flavor of cake, the filling. Sometimes you may or may not want them to even choose an icing, because there's going to be designs you choose that you only do in buttercream and not whipped cream, or it's integral to the design that it's done in a chocolate buttercream because chocolate, the brown color, lends to the design, and you don't want them to be able to edit it any further. Okay, so those are the things you kind of want to think about when you're thinking about what you want the customer to be able to customize. And then in your details tab, at the top there, you're going to use that description box underneath the deco that will be customer facing, and you want to use that as a marketing tool, right? So they're looking at the picture, you're saying this cute farm made cake, you know, you basically write something, and then you tell the customer what they can customize on it. So when they're shopping your site, they kind of like can click on it and say, you can't change the figurines, you can't change the color of whatever, you know what I mean? You want to like tell the customer what's customizable. Inscription, sprinkles around the sides if you're going to offer that as an option, things like that, you know. My advice as you're building your online catalog of cakes is to allow just enough customization to make the customer feel like they've designed their cake, but offer enough designs so that they can't customize the heck out of every cake. Because in production, it gets way more complicated, right? Your decorator should know they're making the farm made cake. It's always made with the same colors, or the same general design. A rose cake would be a better example, where the customer can pick colors, but it's just roses on the cake, because you want to think about how you're actually going to fulfill this order in production as you're building this. And one of it is keep it as simple as possible for your decorators. If you're getting way too customized in it, just make another cake. Take another picture of a cake and put that on there as an option, if that makes sense. Okay. And then outside of that, Mike has it like pretty well covered outside of that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I did the basics, flavor, filling, icing. Then we actually have 6 decoration lists you can add to this, right? So there's a lot you can do and allow them to choose to go the opposite direction that Shelley was just saying. You know, if you want to do like, how are you going to wrap this thing? Is it going to be in sprinkles? Is it going to be a basket weave? You know, what's your border color going to be? What's the color of your your inscription going to be? Are you going to allow an inscription? I've got someone who uses a deco option to add a layer, right, as just like a $20 upcharge to make it a little bit taller. So those types of things you can do with that. I mean, as creative as you want to get with that, you can. You know, add a half dozen cupcakes to the side. You know what I mean? It's you can use these for upsells as well. Candles, those types of things. So you can use these to, you know, increase the item ticket, like the ticket of like, I'm buying a cake, but now I'm also buying ice cream and candles and additional flavors of cupcakes and things like that. So you can do that with these as well.
Like in that section, are you saying where the decorations are, how you're saying you can add cupcakes? Then is there another drop down for the cupcakes to then coordinate with the cake? Like, or like, why would you put it there versus then just a separate item?
Well, you could do that, but I mean, I guess I would consider putting it there. I'm not a baker, just to prompt the upsell, right?
Okay.
So like, hey, you sure this is going to be enough? Maybe you should just go ahead
Sure.
and order a dozen cupcakes from us too. And then,
Right.
but I mean, it can be a drop down list.
And another-
Yes.
okay.
So like if I do decorations here, I'll do this. We'll upload just this one again, and see what that does. Where do you guys go every time there you are. You all disappear from me. We can, but then I can't see what's going on. Let's try this. There we go. So then it's, you know what I mean? This could be you can change what this is called too, right? So you can control the name of the list that's being dropped down, and then this can be, 6 vanilla, 6 chocolate, a dozen red velvet, with the correct upcharge as well here. You can just build like a whole party out with those 6 deco lists, table covers and all those sorts of things.
One of the things that you'll want to think, I think that there are many ways you can do it. And I think everybody individually knows their bakery and their customer base, unlike obviously any of us do. One thing that I can tell you is that makes it successful is people like the pictures. They want to see what they're ordering. So like Mike just showed in the decoration list, this is like, because we're not, he's not a baker and he doesn't sell cakes for a living. He knows that if you pick a Star Wars themed figurine and then you make a cake with the star, like that was an option under his list. But the customer, you're confusing your customer then, because then they're like, wait a minute, I thought I was ordering farm aid, so I don't get the farm aid and the Star Wars. You know what I mean? It's just an example. I understand, but one of the things you want to think about is that the pictures are stagnant. They don't change based on options that you're choosing, that the customer's choosing. So you just always want to be clear to the customer the whole time what they're ordering, because there's not the human interaction, supporting the sale. So just think through that kind of stuff. And as you're building that,
So just as far as like the flavor and the filling, so our baker has specific, like the cake is the cake. Like our opera cream is the chocolate cake with the opera cream filling. Our bumbleberry is this. So is there a way to just say opera cream, carrot, and bumbleberry, but then within that it will describe it? Like they don't get to change anything
Right,
really
so
about the cake, I guess.
that would be more along the lines of like a tiramisu, right?
Right,
So this
exactly
is
one of
what
these.
it is.
Okay.
You're just choosing this would probably have a drop down 10 or 7 inch. Maybe you give them an option of like wrapping it with ladyfingers. I don't, you know what I mean? Something like that. But this is the cake, right? And you can add it to the cart or not. That's
So they
it.
could do one of those other cakes though. What I'm saying is I don't know, whatever you just had, the race car cake, it would be the race car cake, but it would have to be the opera cream inside. So just while it's doing it, can it describe it? So they know, like, I don't know, you ordering a cake, you wouldn't know what an opera cream is. So like, how would it describe it to you so you know what it is you're looking at?
How many options would you have there for that? Yeah, Jared.
I mean, you're going to have to describe that in the description, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
that would have to be,
that's going to have to be in the
choose.
description. Like, it's that signature cake. We use this flavor fill frosting, right? And whatever it is. But then if you're letting them do a cake where they're choosing it, I don't know, how you're going to describe every single flavor. So
like here, it would only be like, say they would choose their size 6, 9, 11, whatever. The flavor, that's what I'm saying, is that changes every month. Is that I just want it to say opera cream, carrot, whatever. To me, the description, is my understanding was that's when you're talking about the cake. You can choose a cake and a design.
Right.
The description is about the design. Sorry. So the description is based on the catalog item. Go ahead, Shelly.
Yeah, so at our bakery, we offered a shadow, which was 2 layers of yellow cake, 1 layer of chocolate cake. And BakeSmart's limitations is that I can't do multiple flavors within a tier Okay, so it's we only sell 1-tier cakes online, but we offer 3 different layers of cake, and you can customize that. At our bakery we could. So what we did is we called it shadow. So you could name your cake flavor, right? Whatever it is. And then in the flavor drop down, it said shadow, parentheses, 2 layers of yellow cake, 1 layer
Okay.
of chocolate. So you can write kind of a lot in that flavor.
Okay, that was my question. Yeah.
I was gonna try this real quick. Jared, will this work? This should work, right? If I was to add this. So you could, obviously it's not gonna be Google. But cake flavor guide, you know, something like that. You can put HTML in this. So let me re-upload this. Give it a second. And right, so you can actually put a link in here and be like, check out our cake flavor guide,
Okay,
right?
so
So
like
if you
the
wanted to
monthly
post that
flavor.
somewhere,
Okay.
click on this and it'll take you there.
Okay.
So some neat little stuff in there. Hi, Cindy and Mandy, welcome. Okay, so that's, I mean, that's kind of how we go about that. I thought I might just show you one more thing that might apply. I know to you, Christine, I'm guessing, with creating like platters or you know, different
Trays,
selections if you want to
yeah.
if you want to build trays. Thank you. Okay, so there's this neat feature here. We've got it stored under donuts. Not holes assorted, sharing box, right? So we've set this up. It can be a smaller, large sharing box, right? And then you can select 6 from each of these lists, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 30 donuts, right? It's a steal at $1 a donut. Feels like. Right, so you can do 3 of these and 3 of these. We'll include the upcharge there, so you're going to see the price go up 75 cents. But these can be different lists too, right? So you can be like, you can choose flavored pedophores, you can choose, you know, your mini eclairs or mini pastries, and then you can choose your dessert breads or whatever it is. And I've run out of things to describe, right? So here we go. It's going to go up again, and then 6 of those, right? So we've made all of our selections here. This price has adjusted accordingly, and then you can add it to the cart. I mean, so you can really let customers kind of do their thing, right? And make their choices here. What you do with that, you know, you guys are the creative ones. But that's just a neat little function there. But also, like, which you don't see much, this is salesy. I feel salesy, I'm sorry, but you can edit items like that in the cart. Usually if you mess something up like that, which I do all the time, it's like, oh, I have to start over. I have to delete this and go re-add it. But here we allow you to edit these items in the cart, which is pretty neat. Right, I'm gonna switch that to 3 and 3. It'll tell you you've got too many.
When you're done showing this, can you show them how to build that donut sharing box?
Sure. So let's see here. It's donut. I don't know if that's actually in this one. I think Christine might have built that. So this gets a little in the weeds here. We will do it because it's not actually in here. But so assorted, I'll call mine assorted donut box for share. This is done by using option lists. And all right, so we're gonna add this to donuts. It's not gonna be those, include online. I need to go to products, and I'm gonna, do I have a box in here? Nope. So I'm gonna create a new product, donut box. donuts. And then we have, I'm trying to think here of how we would do this. We would create option lists. Right, so this one is a donut. We're actually choosing out of option lists for that, right? So it's like we do for the decoration options, except those are checkbox or quantity lists. So donut, and then let me just add like a few flavors here. So yeast donut, powdered donut.
So you're not just selecting items that you already have?
No, you're not. That's not the way we build it. So that would be like a combo product, right? Which is how we do it in BakeSmart. But trying to do that online was just way more complicated than just being like, hey, let's just knock out some of these. Now you can still, the cool thing about that is you can still link these options to an identical to existing product, right? So you can be like, hey, this jelly filled is actually I don't even know if we have it in here. So Bismarck raspberry, right? So which should pull it forward on all of the reports. I will verify that at some point. Follow up with me if you have questions. I'm not totally sure, but you're ordering online. That's great. So, and then what other kind of donuts are there, guys? Long John. There you go. And an old fashioned, because those are my favorite. Still old timey. So then we say this is a standard list. And then more here, we actually have online setup options for this. So this is the name. I can change that to donut box if I want. And then I can say you're making one selection or multiple. So when it's multiple, then is it a checkbox where you can just check all your options, which would be like making a sandwich. I want ketchup and mustard and mayo and lettuce and tomato and all that. Or is it like the donut box where I'm doing quantities, right? So we do that. We link that here, I believe. Yep. Number of selections required, right? So this is just a dozen box. Really, and then we have box here for sharing. This is online. Ooh, I haven't actually added that product. So then sorted.
You called it donut box.
Oh, this is the assorted donut box. Donut box. There's no price on it. Sorry. What do you guys charge for a dozen donuts these days? What's going on there?
I'll make donuts.
We don't do donuts.
You don't make them, luckily.
All right, add a photo. I don't know. What do we got here? I'm gonna do a picture of my daughter. She's cute. And then we're going to
Allow
load
customer to
this.
select list options. List one.
Thank you.
That should show the name we set up for it. I don't know why it says
It should, shouldn't it?
I don't know.
All right, well, let's upload it and see what happens. Yeah. And that was under donuts. Sort of donut box for sharing. Right, there's our 12. So 3, 3, 3, 3. Nobody wants powdered donuts. Here we go. Pretty quick, right? I mean, put me on the spot there, Shelly. But
I know,
yeah,
but I'm
I mean,
happy. I'm happy you did that because I feel like this is recorded and everybody can go back and watch this
oh,
afterwards.
good.
It'll be very helpful.
I'm glad I didn't make mistakes along the way to send people down a wrong path. But yeah, there we go. Worked out great. Right. Any questions? I mean, we got about 15 minutes left here.
I have some
concern?
questions.
Terry, what's up?
Well, so I get a gist of the setup. I'm sure I'd have to dig into it. I think I must need an update because I don't think I have a lot of these online options in my system.
Probably
So I probably need an update. And then I was wondering about the actual web setup and the BakeSmart integration. So, I mean, I definitely need the same kind of reporting that I get out of BakeSmart for the orders that I take over the phone as I would need for online. So is that all integrated real time?
Pretty close to real time. I mean, we schedule downloads from the website like every 2 minutes is how we
Okay.
set that up.
Close enough.
And then so yeah, so really, I mean, when we're looking, the cool thing about this is your reports are going to stay consistent, right? It's
Good.
going to be the same because although, let me go to the cakes maybe. You know, although, you know, racing cake is what the customer is looking at and clicking on and buying, what they're
Right.
really buying are these 8, 10, 12
Right.
selections, right? Which
And the
exist as
flavor
products within
and-
BakeSmart already. So the 8, 10, 12 is what's going to show up on the order. It's what's going to show up on your reports
Right.
to bake off and to decorate and on the cake ticket. So
Okay.
the only, you know, the only reason you're going to know it's taken online is because it is going to say racing cake somewhere on that order form, and the order is going to start with a W. It's going to be a
Okay.
W at the beginning of the order to designate a web order.
And those donut
Other than-
boxes, you were linking it to a product. Is that required then to know that I've got to have that Bismarck to make versus the jelly donut that was facing to the online customer? I kind of didn't understand why
Yeah,
you were
from
linking
those-
one to the other.
correct. From those option lists, like in the donut box,
Mhm.
if you want to make something like that, you will have to link that option list item
Gotcha.
down to the base product. It's kind of the reverse of what we're doing with the catalog, right?
Gotcha.
Or-
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I also noticed there was a, you know, like a 72-hour lead time parameter of some sort that you can set up. Is that one parameter that drives everything that is in the online store?
Yeah.
Because we have different timeframes. I mean, I can live with one, but you know, I have things that I can bake tonight for you, but I have other things that you got to give me a week lead time. So
Yeah. So currently we do have a single lead time, right?
okay.
For the site-wide single. Most people can live with it, like you said, but there have been lots of requests to modify and change that and allow certain products. What I would think would be have a longer lead time, right? Set your minimum lead time, and then these require a little bit longer, and we'll
Right.
show a little message like we do about the shipping or the seasonality of products. So that's what we're aiming for.
Okay.
Time frame on that, maybe wintery spring next year, something
I
like
won't
that.
hold you
You know
to
what I
it.
mean? But I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's a thing we've actively talked about. I know Cindy and Mandy would hear on those as well because
Amen.
they're the ones okay, there it is.
Yeah.
So to get the
that
release,
we
I would
talked
just
about.
call you guys and get a new update. Is that
Yeah.
when to
yeah.
start the
I'll shoot
process?
you an email when we're done, Terry.
Okay, and then to actually get, you know, the website itself up and running. I mean, I noticed that every bakery that I've looked at that you've presented to us as examples, it's a BakeSmart packaged kind of website, right? I've seen links from
Yeah.
Facebook and I've seen links from people's websites. Is that something that I work with you, Jared, or something to do that, or do I have to have somebody on my
No.
end?
Yeah, we set that up and host it. You just push your products
Okay.
up to it, and
Okay.
and that's it. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So I'll be in touch, but I've got to get all my ducks in a row first. I did put together kind of a worksheet for my cake decorators to come up with these design driven, like you said, Shelley, cakes that, because we really want to simplify it. I really heard you, Shelley, in that last, that partnered Retail Bakers Association. It's just important to just stop making these mistakes that that people are making when they take cake orders. Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
How customizable is that store site? In other
Not
words,
very at this time.
I'm
Everybody
sorry?
pretty much looks the same. It's gonna have your logo.
Your logo.
Okay.
These
and
images are yours. These can
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jared.
Yeah,
figured I'd
no,
just
it's going to
point.
be your logo and your, domain on the subdomain. You can add those photos there that Mike showed, and then your pictures. But as far as anything else, it's all the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're working to. My next goal is to de-blue the website. It's very blue. Get it a bit more neutral, and then go from there.
Guys, I missed the beginning of this, and I'm sorry that I did that. Did you guys go through how to set up the banners on the website?
No.
How you do that?
So you didn't miss it. Right. So there's a admin portion here that I'm not sure I'm going to know how to log into.
Super
Admin?
secret admin panel.
So yours would
Yeah.
be your subdomain .bakesmart.com/admin, and then you're going to log in here. It
That's
never
not-
works. Yeah. And then there's how.
Here, let me send it to you, Mike.
Thanks, Jared.
So when these orders come through online, where does the order go? Like how you said it, updates every 2 minutes. Then, okay, cool. Then what do I do?
It goes into your order list, which you don't use yet.
That I don't
Right.
use.
You're not.
Right.
So yeah, which you'll want to start. I mean,
I know. I talked to Jared. We had a good talk.
Okay.
And it
Yeah, you'll
emails.
also get an email notification too.
So like it would be myself, like to this email that you just did, like because we have like I have an email and then like I have one for just the counter.
Yep. Pick a mailbox and we'll send an information to it. We'll send one email address a notification that you've got an order.
And then from that we would print a report.
No. BakeSmart. So that's just your notification that you got the new order. BakeSmart pulls the order down into the system, and then you're running your reports out of BakeSmart.
Okay.
well, which as we set up your order management, so you'll have order tickets that you can print out individual ones if you want, or just run off of reports. We'll show you all your different options, and then you just kind of pick the method you want to use, and then it's I like to say it's pretty simple. I'd like
Right.
if anyone disagrees, call me
I think
out.
it's
We're
different.
a bunch of customers now.
It's
Yeah.
pretty simple, Mike. You're okay on that one.
Okay, good. Thanks, Mandy. All right, so I got logged in to my admin panel, Mandy. So then we have managed sliders here.
Yep.
And you can upload these, right? So you can add a new one. You can
have
edit
up to-
ones that exist.
Yep, you can have up to 3. This admin panel is like the redheaded child of your maybe girlfriend. It's not even a redheaded stepchild. So it has been neglected somewhat, but that's what you can use to load those slider images onto that site. You can have up to 3. You can have buttons on it and when you set it up that can link to somewhere.
And what's the dimensions for that picture area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I email it
It's
to you?
listed
Because
there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Wait, BS. Didn't I just say I wanted to save that? Yes. Super secure. You got to log in every time.
Yeah.
When I clicked add new, 977 by 254. 977 by 254.
Jared, why are
Doesn't
you
feel
not
right,
so
does it?
sure about that?
Yeah, I think that's not right. So I will change that, and then I will also send you the dimensions.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
And that image
Great.
can just be a JPEG that we upload. There's no like
Yeah.
specific format.
Yeah, right. No, it can be whatever whatever image that you
That
get.
might be right. That feels right. It feels maybe right. That's 1 by 4-ish.
We'll see.
Ish.
We'll see.
I'll look forward to the
Very,
results.
very ish. Okay. Any other questions? Anything else we can help with?
All right.
Carrie's got one.
So this recording, where will
Yes.
it be available?
We're gonna bury this thing. No, I'm kidding. This is great.
We'll email
I
it.
imagine it's gonna be, emailed.
can
I
put it-
bet we would post it in the BakeSmart group, shall we?
Yep, I'll
Okay.
put it on the BakeSmart group,
Okay.
maybe
Sounds
even the
good.
YouTube channel.
Alan, I'll send you a
Sounds
link.
good.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I don't,
I'll
I
email
don't do-
links to
don't do
everybody.
social media. I'm antisocial.
Okay, yeah.
Great to
we
talk
can,
to, though.
We
The-
can email it. I'll follow up these with emails. Because I think that's helpful in case you can't make it to the next ones, at least you'll get the content.
And then everyone in Jared and my emails at the bottom, there's a link to schedule time with us. Anytime you need anything, just please feel free. We're going to add those links to our website. We realize they're not on the website, but if you're really in a pinch and can't find an email from us, I mean, obviously give us a call. You can also just schedule a demo on our website too. We'll talk to you. It's fine. That's a good way to get on our calendars and not just round robin. So we're here. Are we good? Are we good? We get thumbs up. We're all good, everybody?
I think so.
Any
Thank you,
others?
guys.
Yeah, you bet.
That's good. Thank you. I'm
All
glad
right.
you're having these.
So every second Wednesday of the month at this time, 2 Eastern, we're going to do these at least for the next few months here.
Great.
And holidays might get a little crazy, whatever, but I think there's value in these. I hope so.
Absolutely.
But it's fun to talk to customers, get customers together. So we'd like to keep doing it.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
night.
you.
Thanks,
care.
Have a
guys.
good day.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great week.
All right.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.